Welcome to Shampert. I'm Jessel, and here we discuss all things 3D printing. A fun little project today. I've got a bunch of these drill bits and whatnot that don't have a home, and I found a little segment of a sewer pipe in the garage. So I thought I'd make a quick organizer that is shaped like a coffee mug. Yeah, so there's not much to this project. Let's get started. All right, this is the segment of sewer pipe I was just showing, and I made the bottom and the handle. One thing I learned about 3D printing is that walls are very time consuming to print, and as a result, they are expensive. So if I were to print this whole thing as one piece, it probably would have cost me maybe $2 to $3. And for common items like coffee mugs and square boxes, it's easier and cheaper to just walk to a dollar store and grab a couple of them for the same price. So organizers are something I avoid printing unless I want a very specific size. But I guess this project is a good middle ground where I get to skip the expensive part and only print the parts that are quick and easy. So zooming into some of the details here, I have a disc with a little step off. I have a fair bit of contact surface around the perimeter, so I think I'm gonna just glue the whole thing instead of having a outer wall and slide the pipe in. Moving on to the handle, again, not much. I have a couple of screw holes, one at the top, one at the bottom. And as for the installation, I think I'm just gonna screw the handle with some wood screws, enlarge the hole, and finish it with a couple of machine screws. Right? Like I said, it's a really simple project, not much to it. So yeah, so let's get these pieces printed. Right, the parts are done. They took about an hour. Okay, trying to fit the bottom cover. I'm able to wiggle it around and feels like there's about a 0.2 mil gap, which is fine. That gives the glue a bit of space to go. So that's good. And trying this on. Yeah, there's no rocking. I'll just show you the profile. Not too shabby. Right, so I'll put the handle on first, just because I can screw it on and still work on the bottom. Okay, I just realized I made the holes a little too small, so I'm not able to fit any of these wood screws in there. So instead, I'm gonna use this awl to make a mark and drill a hole. Okay, just trying to see where I want to put the handle. I don't want to cover up the letters too much because I do want to show that this piece is made from a sewer pipe. So maybe something like this would be nice. So I'll just try and that looks about right. And I have a drill bit that's a little over 4 millimeters in diameter, so that should be good. All right, first hole done, and on to the second one. I'm basically eyeballing the whole thing, so it's not going to be a very precise fit, but that's okay. I'm not sure if the camera is able to pick up, but there's a little dent. All right, both holes are done. There's the first hole and the second hole. They don't line up 100%, but close enough. Okay, I haven't put much thought into how long the screws need to be, but I have these M4 screws. Let's see how they fit. And they stick out about this much. And here's what it looks like with the nut on. It's a little long, but not the end of the world. I'm going to apply a dab of thread locker. Finger tight should be good, but I'm going to tighten just a little bit more. Yeah, that's really snug. And for the bottom cover, I'll be using this glue. It's called T7000. If there's a little bit of squeeze out, I can just clean it off, so I'm not too concerned. Okay, I'm just going to push that in. All right, looks good. I'm going to put something heavy on top. That should be good. Okay, it's the next day and the glue has dried. I can pick it up. The bottom is not falling out. I'm going to try and push pretty hard from the inside. It's not budging. I don't see much glue squeeze out, so I think I used the perfect amount, which normally doesn't happen, but I got lucky this time. Let's try and put these items in the cup. Okay, that I believe marks the end of the video, and I hope you got something out of it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.